Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're well. With the uncertainties of Corona and the challenges that it comes with, I still insist, take care of your mental health. At times I wake up and I am so optimistic about everything, that things are going to get better, everything is going to be fine. At times I get low feelings and wonder, okay, when is this coming to an end? When are we going to have our lives back? So it's a roller coaster of emotions, and I know that everyone is experiencing it at one time or the other, but let's keep up the hope and let's take care of our emotional health. Question and answers of Step Family Living still continues, and today it's a bit different because we are talking about divorce. So let's hear our question today. Hi Jackie, how do I deal with grief and the negative feelings that I experience after divorce? I have really tried to move on, but all in vain. I'm feeling stuck. Not that I really want to go back to my ex, because I know that that is not a possibility. That is done. I just want to move on. Kindly help. What do I do? Nobody gets married with the hope that they'll get divorced. Every marriage, when it begins, we always know that it is going to be our happily ever after, and it's going to be till death do us part. But life happens, and at times the things that we did not think about, the things that we did not dream about, actually happen to us. And that is difficult because you need to adjust and you need to find a way to actually just move on and still live your life after that significant break. So the first thing one needs to do after divorce is to accept that your marriage is over. For this, the lady who has asked this question, I think accepting is one of the things that she has done. That you have accepted that your marriage is over, and that is why you know that it's not going to come back again, and you don't have the desire for it to. So accept that the marriage is over. The second thing is allow yourself to grieve. Now, divorce is a death to a dream, a death to the life that you had envisioned, a death to something that was very significant for you. And just like death, when it happens to us, you need to grieve. Grief comes through acceptance, and acceptance is not just the shallow acceptance that, oh, my marriage is over. No, acceptance and grief is acknowledging the pain that you have experienced, the losses that you have experienced, the challenges that you have experienced and you are experiencing. You have to stay in the pain because that is where the healing is. Most of us don't move on because grieving is what we miss out on. We don't do it because we don't want to face the pain, and we don't want to really have those painful feelings. The feelings are challenging, and that is why the first thing that your mind tells you is go around it, avoid it, deny. And when you do that, you actually make the healing process so long. So you have to grieve for the pain by acknowledging the loss that you have experienced, the feelings that you have experienced. You cannot heal what you have not confronted. And one of the ways that you can do this is through journaling. Look for a good journal and write that journey down. Write your pain down and acknowledge it. Cry if you have to cry. And if that's not, the clients who tell me, Jackie, I am not somebody who writes down things. I don't know how to write feelings down. Then if that's not the way it works for you, you may have to do it through counseling and coaching. Because counseling is going to allow you, the process will allow you to actually mention the deep emotional feelings that you may be avoiding. So grieve for it. Rise above the blame. That ship has sunk. Rise above, my marriage would be, I'd still have my marriage if it were not for so and so, or if he did not do ABCD, or if I did not do ABCD. When you point fingers and blame and complain, you do not move. That is done. The ship has sunk. Now rise above it and start swimming to the shore. The next thing that you need is also to let go of negative emotions, negative feelings. And I think this comes up with rising above the blame, because blame will also give you just negative feelings, and there's no positivity that will come into you. And light and darkness cannot stay in the same place. So rising above negative emotions, bitterness. You cannot be better and bitter at the same time. You have to choose one. If you choose bitter, then the negative emotions are all that you will be feeling, and complaining is all that you'll be feeling, and blaming is all that you'll be doing. But if you want to be better, then those feelings will have to take backstage. So make a choice today and allow yourself to rise above the blame. And the next thing is, for you to also sustain this journey for yourself, you need to be very choosy about the support system that you have. You need a strong support system. People who talk positivity with you. People who are actually encouraging you to be a better person. People who are encouraging you to actually move on to be better after all that has happened to you. If you get people who are not doing this, then these are the people who are actually helping you to blame, point fingers, complain with negativity. Put a hold on those people. Just put a hold on them and concentrate with people who are going to support you well, support you positively towards becoming the best person that you can be. Now, the other thing is, avoid filling in the void by another relationship. Rebounding. You're not ready for another relationship. Until you're healed, until you're well, you're not ready for another relationship. And if you get into another relationship, you're just going to be hurt. Remember, all relationships are a reflection of the relationship you have with yourself. So if the relationship you have with yourself right now is wounded, then you're going to get a wounded relationship. You'll get a relationship that will actually just reflect wounds back to you. The last thing is, get the lessons that you got from the divorce. Everything in our lives leaves us with lessons. However, especially the painful ones. What are the lessons that you've learned in this and through this? The lessons about the person that you are, the strengths that you are, the lessons about relationships, the lessons about the people that you should attract in your life, the lessons about what are the things that will make you happy, what are the lessons that you have learned through this. Lastly, as you think, so it shall be. Always remember that. So envision a new future for your life. Think about yourself and what you want to be in future, and then walk towards it. You cannot create a new future that you have not thought about. What you think about is what you will become. So your thoughts are very powerful. So the best thing and the best way to become the new version of yourself that you really want to be is for you to envision it first, and then you walk towards it and work towards it. I hope these few tips are going to support you, and I know that if you do them, you're going to be well. Nothing is impossible in this world. You're still going to be better. I know right now you might feel like you're stuck in a hole, everything is dark and nothing is good is coming up to you, but that's not the case. This is just a phase.